What's up, you guys? I'm Christina Sheree. If you're new to my channel, what's up? Why don't you take a second, quick little second, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you're returning, it's always good to see you guys. So today I came up with this look. Hope you like it. Started with one thing and ended up with this. Nevertheless, we're playing with some summer products today. Some nice peachy, bronzy, golden-y, pinky-y, whatever you can add to that today. So yeah, if you're interested in how I got this look, please just keep on watching. We're going to jump into the video. Okay, you guys, so I have this idea. I'm pulling out one of my favorite palettes. It's such a great summer palette. It's the JUVIA'S Nubian 3 Coral palette, so this one here. It's not a new palette, so this is something that's been around for, I think, maybe about a year now. But I just felt really inspired to do something that's like peachy and wet looking as a look. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to use this palette, and I'm going to use this Danessa Merrick's Color Fix. This is just a glaze. You put it over your eye, and it turns your entire shadow look wet. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so my lids are primed, and for primer, I just use my Fenty primer. I didn't set it because I really want these colors to be kind of vibrant, and just because we're putting the glaze on top, so I want them to show up as much as possible underneath. So this palette doesn't have any shade names, so I'll just hold it up like this. So the first color I'm going to go into, I'm trying to decide really between this one and this one. Actually, I'm going to mix them. So I'm going to mix these two. And just go ahead and place this in my transition area. So stamp the color on. Oh, I like that. I like that mix. And then go ahead and windshield wiper all the way across. So this really is your base shade. And go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so with those two colors nice and blended on the transition area, I'm going to take the same two colors. I really like the way it's like a peachy tan. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's really pretty. All right, I'm going to take the same colors and same brush. So I don't think I said it. This is my not Morphe. This is my Melt blender brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring the same colors all the way down my lower lash line and make sure to connect it to the top. Okay, so I brought those colors down pretty far. I smoked it down about right here. And then actually, I forgot to mention when I did the top, I did it up actually pretty high too. So now I just want to bring a little bit of dimension into the crease. So I'm going to go into this color here, this brown, and warm it up with this one here. I'm all about mixing today. So I'm mixing these two. And I'm going to go ahead, this brush is my Morphe M506. So I'm going to go ahead and deposit that color mostly on the corner. It looks like it picked up more of the red. So I'm actually going to go and pick up more of the brown. I guess mixing it didn't work too well. Okay, that's a little better. So go ahead and really focus these colors. I don't even know if you can really see it. Let me go ahead and actually switch gears and switch that color off, because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. It was just too close. So now the brush is clean. Just gonna go just into this brown here. JUVIA'S Place is really pretty pigmented. I found that this palette, the mattes aren't as pigmented as most of her palettes, but it's still good. So now just with the brown, go ahead, yeah, that's a little bit better. And place that. I like to just stamp it first where I want most of the saturation. And then go ahead and circular motions just to build that color up a little bit higher than the crease. So right there. And then windshield wiper motions, focusing it still in the corner. And when there's not as much on your brush, go ahead and bring it a little bit further in. Okay, so now I'm taking my finger And taking this brown shimmer right here, and I'm just going to place this in the corner, so right here, so in the outer V. Like that. Okay, so I'm actually not really sure. I've never done this glaze thing over a shimmer, so I'm actually not really sure. I've done it over a matte, and the look is just beautiful. But I think that the gloss may take away some of the pigmentation, so I'm going to take my MAC 195, go back into the same brown here, and load it up. So there, put a lot on that. And I'm going to fix plus the brush. So really, what I'm doing now is just making that color as vibrant. If I can use the right side of the brush, oh good lord. Making it as vibrant as possible. Because when we put the glaze on top, I think it'll take away a little bit of it, the vibrancy. So I'm going to make it as vibrant as possible. Okay, so taking the same brush, so this Morphe M506 that we use for the brown crease color, I'm not adding any additional product, but I'm going to go ahead and go over the crease just a little bit to blend in that shimmer into the crease on both sides. Alright, so next color, I'm going to use this color here, if you can see that, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and place this color over the rest of the lid. And yeah, I'm going to foil this one. Use some Fix Plus. It's not that shimmery. I think it'll disappear with the glaze. But for right now, I'm just going to finish putting it with my finger. Okay, so same brush. I switched the color off. I'm going into this color right here. And really loading up the brush. And gonna go ahead and Fix Plus the brush, and we're just gonna place this color right on top. I'm using the palette with no mirror as a mirror. Yeah, it's been a day. All right, so place it all over on top of that other color. So for this, I'm going right all the way into my inner corner. And don't worry if it looks a little messy, because you're actually just going to put the gloss on top. And just pat it over where we pressed that brown shimmer so they blend a little bit. Okay, so with that on the lid, now I'm taking my Lamia pencil, which is a nice chocolate brown. It's by Melt. So I'm going to take this and run it all along the top. Let me get closer so you guys can see it. So really close to the lashes. And then a little bit further up, hopefully you can see that, on the outside, the outer V. And this is just to give it a little bit more dimension and kind of smokiness. Okay, so with Lamia on the top lid, I'm going to take my Morphe M213, it's a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and smudge that color in, like that. Okay, so now I'm taking my NYX That's the Point, so it's a liquid liner, so this back one here. And this is, I'm trying to do everything up top before we put the glaze on so that we don't have to get our fingers all messy. So I'm going to take this one and go in between the lashes. Really close. It's just going to make your lashes look so much darker and fuller. Just trace along your lash line up top. Okay, so I went ahead and placed this NYX That's the Point. Placed it in between the lashes, so all around here, and just did a baby wing, so really, really tiny wing. And I think we have everything down on the eyes up top so we can try this glaze now. First time I did it, I put way too much and my lids were seriously sticking together. So this time I'm actually just going to put a little bit, so like a drop on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use my, it's just kind of like a concealer brush, flat brush. So my MAC 195, load it up, and place this on the lid. So I'm going to start low, and we can always build it up. So I don't know if you can see, it's already looking like it's wet. Super shiny. I'm going to grab a little bit more, back of my hand, and do the outside. Alright, so I don't know if you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. This eye is really sticky. But I went ahead and brought it a little bit further up. Oh, got something on my finger. Brought it a little bit further up. Looking at the monitor, sorry guys. And now I'm just going to pat this into my transition area so it'll give it a bit of a glaze. Like that. Alright, so I'm going to do the next side, the other side. Okay, hopefully the camera's picking it up. I'm like looking down, like, can you see? Can you see? Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash. I want something that's really not too intense, I think. Okay, so for the lower lash, I'm picking up my Melt pencil brush, so this brush here, and I'm going into this color right here. I'm going to load up the brush and mix it actually with this color here. And we're going to go ahead and put this all on the lower lash line. Starting in the inner corner. Bringing it to right there. It's a little bit more than half. Well, kind of all the way across actually. I'm going to do that. But smoking it down in the inner corner a little bit further than once we get to the outer. And what we're going to do on the outer, sorry I'm looking down, I'm loading up the brush to do the other side. What we're going to do on the outer is kind of mimic the top, use the darker brown shimmer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch off the color, so I'm going to use my color switcher. And just go back into the palette, same brush, and we're going to pick up this brown shimmer here. Load up the brush, like that. And just focus this on the outer third of the lid, of the lower lash line, sorry. And that's not really showing, so I'm going to go back in, same brush, same color, and I'm going to take a little bit of fixed press, and now, yeah, that showed much better. So I'm going to take this color and go to midpoint. So right now you're kind of going on top of the other color, which is fine because it's blending and it's making another color, which I like a lot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take a clean blender brush. So I'm using a smaller blender brush. It's sort of blender slash pencil brush. Anyways, so this Morphe M578, no product on it. What we're going to do now is just go ahead and buff all along the lower lash, just to blend those colors together, like that. It just softens it, so you get the sparkle, but it's just not too harsh. Alright, so there we go. Now I'm picking back up my Melt pencil, so the Lumia pencil, this brown one. I'm going to go ahead and really get in that waterline and darken up that the outer edge. And on both sides. Sorry I can't talk, you guys. Okay, so now Lamia's on the bottom. I really just actually took it all the way across and then just really focused on the outer side. Focused on the outer side. And it doesn't need to be too neat. I actually wanted this look to be a little bit smoky, a little bit kind of messy, so it gives that controlled but slightly wild look. At least that's what I'm going for with this one. And I like the way that looks. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the rest of my eyes. So I'm going to do my lashes off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so I'm back. I did, of course, the rest of the eyes off camera, and I did some stuff for my face, so I'll go through all that, and I'll link everything down below too. So for blush, I use Tower 28. I use the color Golden Hour. This color is so pretty. I see why it's always in stock and out of stock. This thing you cannot keep in stock. And then for highlighter, I use my Dominique Cosmetics Gold, what is this called? Gloss Peach. So this here, hopefully you can see it. Did it right there. And I actually use this color as a brow bone highlight as well. And for lips, what did I do? So for lips, you can use really any brown liner, but I use my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk number 3 Intense. So I use this one for liner. And then for lipstick, I use my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the color 34 NP. The color is Yana. And it's just a really nice nude. So I use that. And then one of my favorite new products that I've been using since quarantine, because, well, put on lipstick that you're not going to really go out and see. Anyways, and then on top of that, what I used is my Mcgrath Peach Perversion. Let me get it straight. I freaking love this color here. I don't know if you can see it. You may not be able to see it, but this is the tube here. Love it. It turns any color like peachy. It's just, you put a nice nude underneath and then go to town on that, and you just got something going. So that's what I did. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you like it. If you like it, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see more videos that are related to this. I kind of really like it. It's just this like sunset peachy golden look. I always start out with one thing in mind, and then by the end of it, I'm just playing and something else comes up. So that's the look today. So not to continue to babble. Sorry guys, just super juiced right now. Before you go, please, I'm popping up my Instagram in the corner, probably over here somewhere. Please go ahead after the video and check me out on Instagram. I really love to be creative on both platforms, so you're going to see some pictures and stuff that you won't see in the videos. But yeah, so I love to do these videos. I love it when you guys show up. And yeah, so whatever time it is, morning, noon, or night, I really appreciate that you gave me some of your time. And yeah, until next time, have a good day, you guys. Bye.